So, Coach, your team had two big wins this weekend over BU and Bryant. What went right on both nights?
So very different ball games. We came out with a ton of defensive intensity against Boston University, and I thought that was huge for our team. We set the tone right away. We chart deflections and tips, and we tipped the ball 21 times in the first half. We chart when we go and grab it. We grabbed it 9 times. It got our transition going, and you know that for us. We had played, I think, a little bit soft defensively in our last game at St. Mary's, and had to really kind of come back to win at the end. So I thought that was huge. Unfortunately, against Bryant, they're a little bit more athletic and aggressive team, and I think we got back on our heels. You know, we were trying to contain drivers, and I thought our defensive intensity and certainly our rebounding, I thought was a lot softer in the Bryant game. We got saved by the fact that we scored 90 points. You know, it turns out that we're a pretty explosive offensive team when we're getting up and down the floor and moving the basketball the way we can. So, you know, we're a team that has so much potential, and I've been saying this a lot with all these young players. It's so exciting. But it's frustrating because we haven't put it all together yet. And so, you know, I have to be able to take my step back, see how far we've come, but also keep a good perspective on how far we still have to go.
And speaking of point scorers, talk a little bit about Kelly Hughes and her performances in both games.
Yeah, Kelly's been great. You know, what's been impressive about Kelly is her assist to turnover ratio has been excellent. I think, you know, coming into this game, she had, 15 assists to 3 turnovers, which is, again, a 5-to-1 ratio is excellent. It's going to be one of the tops in the nation. And I think she had 5 assists, 2 turnovers last night. So, she continues to be efficient. She's one of the best shooters in the country. And, probably the best thing right now that I'm pleased with Kelly, she's our leading rebounder. She's hustling after the basketball and just, tracking the ball down, getting us a lot of extra possessions on both ends. So, yeah, I'm really proud of her.
And looking ahead to the Black Bear Thanksgiving tournament in Maine, what does your team need to continue to do to be successful?
So our first opponent, a lot of people may not have heard of Wright State, but Wright State's very, very good. They have a 22-point-a-game scorer. They were an NCAA tournament team a year ago that won 26 games. They return a ton of kids, very good players off that team. So even though that may not be on the top of Eagles fans' minds in terms of who our top opponents are going to be, those of us in the basketball world know that's one tough opponent. So look, we're going to get tested being able to keep athletic driving team in front of us who also shoots it very, very well from the perimeter. They're going to push tempo. They're going to pressure us, and that was one thing that just for a short stretch last night kind of got us back on our heels. Then we handled it well and we're able to exploit the pressure. But it's a huge test for us, so we're going to be focused all week, and hopefully we can give Eagle fans a nice Thanksgiving gift.
Great. Thank you, Coach.
Great. Thanks for having me.